Welcome back to the B Team. I am your host, Mike Silvestri, and I hate my teams. But welcome back anyways. It is Tuesday, April 2nd. Shout out to my sister. Happy birthday. You're awesome.
Shout out to Colin Japina, commissioner and GM of my team.
For
his birthday.
Happy birthday, Japina.
Also, shout out to my aunt. Her birthday as well.
There we go. April 2nd. Very popular. Yep. We got a lot to talk about. This episode, we're going to be doing NFL, a little bit of NFL chit-chat, but mostly baseball since we're in that season. And the first series for a lot of teams has already happened. I'm just going to get this out of the way right now. I'm going to talk about the Mets. What the fuck? I mean, like, this was like the worst possible thing that could happen. And here we are.
0-4.
I don't even know where to start. I really don't, because there's just so much after every single game that I've watched. Listen, we knew that the division was not an end goal. That was not an end goal. The wild card still is. Listen, it's very early. All in all, I just want to start. It's early, and there's a lot of games to be played. 157, 158 games left. Mm-hmm. But this start for the Mets was like the last possible thing that needed to happen, and it's alarming. Very, very alarming. Mm-hmm. We knew the pitching wasn't going to be good, but they've actually done okay. I mean, they've done what they had to. Sham and I got the absolute Jacob deGrom treatment yesterday, and we can't hit a fucking ball for our life. We can't hit a ball. We can't hit.
I was just about to say that you guys actually had the second least amount of runs allowed in your division, yet you are in second last. You are 0-4. But thankfully, you're only 3 games out of first.
We can't hit a ball.
No.
We have, like...
You've scored 8 runs.
All right, ready? I'm going to throw you a stat. Shortstop Francisco Lindor, outfielder Brendan Nimmo, and Jeff McNeil went a combined 3 for 44 across the season's first 4 games. 3 for 44. Hold on, I just want to say it again. 3 for 44.
What's the percentage on that?
0.68. They're not even batting 100 as a unit. This is excluding Pete Alonso. If you add him in, they're probably batting 0.78. They are that bad. Like, we thought we were good for hitters and everything. I'm okay. Like, offense is fine. We loaded up on defense, getting Bader. Marte's back. And then our pitching actually does okay besides Luis Severino, who was throwing BP against the Brewers. It's not like this team is the number 1 team to win the NL Central. Dude, it's either the Cubs or the Reds. No one's talking about the Brewers to win the NL Central right now.
3-0.
3-0, but they look like they were in the fucking 86 Mets playing us. Like, we have to hit. We have to hit. This is on Eric Chavez, the hitting coach. Carlos Mendoza, I mean, he's made a lot of questionable calls so far. You're pinch running for guys that should be playing in the field 7, 8, 9 inning, the latter half of the game. And you're making these interesting, very out of the blue bullpen substitutions, pinch hit substitutions. You have DJ Stewart hitting fifth. I don't think he has a hit all season. He's probably 0 for 14 right now. The only person that's hitting right now is Frankie Alvarez. He's elite. We must protect him at all costs. He's the only one that has heart on the team. Everyone's like, oh, Lindor. Dude, Lindor hasn't done anything. And right now, that contract ain't looking too good. And then Pete Alonso attends Zach Bryan concert, and he's jumping around lollygag like a Teletubby. Like, I can't even be mad at him. This is his escape from his job. But you got to win. You got to hit. And we're not doing any of it. Listen, I don't think the defense is that bad besides last night where we had 2 forced errors that potentially blew us the game. It was 0-0. Of course, we can't score. We can't hit. And we can't do anything. We're trying to do too much. We're chasing pitches. We're not swinging down on the ball. We're popping it up. It's just the same old cycle. And I'm sorry, like, I like Steve Cohen, but you can't put this team out. Like, I get it. You want to build through your farm system. You have prospects like Drew Gilbert, Luis Angel Acuna, Ryan Clifford. Like, you got guys that can actually be good in the future. But you're looking at this lineup right now. It's it's not good. I think any AAA team could beat this team right now. It's bad. So,
to be fair, when you look at the names on the list, I'm just looking at your batting stats, and it looks like a team that should be contending for a division. I mean, you have a guy named Alvarez, Marte, Alonso, Beatty, Bader, Lindor, Nimmo, McNeil,
silent.
Wendell, like all these.
Oh, Joey Wendell, I hope he never sees the field again. I hope he never sees the field. I was a terrible pickup. Do not ever play him again. Thank you. Go ahead.
All right. Well, all those names are names that if you just put them in front of me, I would say that team should do okay. Oh, I don't know who any of them are.
We look great on paper. The Mets always look great on paper. This is the same with the Jets. It's just the same thing. We look great on paper, and then we actually start to play. I'm tired of this like bullshit logic where, we're starting off slow, we'll get there. Dude, we've had how many months to prepare? We've had string training to prepare, and you get swept at home by the Brewers. Granted, you lost yesterday, the Tigers. You're going to play them again tonight. You lose again.
Live bet the Tigers last night.
Yeah, I mean, very good.
Got them at plus 102.
Yeah, 5-0 was the score. It was 0-0 going to the 10th inning. Like,
that was awesome.
You're at home. Now you got to go, after this Tiger series, if you don't get a fucking game, you got to go play the Reds, who are a pretty damn good team right now, and they're young. They have Matt McLean, who's injured, but they got Ellie. They got a lot of players. They got Alexis Diaz. And then you're going on and play the fucking Braves? Dude, it's going to look like a UFL score out there. It's going to look like a 21-3.
You're going to need that game to get rained out like it did the other night.
21-3. They are loaded. They're going to win the division. And they're gonna go far. If they play the Phillies in the postseason, they won't. But right now, how they're looking, I'll take them over the Dodgers any day. Any day. It just depends on how they do in the playoffs. Can they finally get over that hump and move on throughout the playoffs and actually win? Because they have Matt Olson, hot take, who's probably going to be MVP for the NL. Soto will be MVP for the AL. That's another hot take. Acuna, Riley, Albies, Arcia. Now they got Chris Sale, by the way, who, if he is healthy, that's a damn good arm to have. I don't think he will be, but
that's what she said.
You got him. You got Soroka. Actually, no, I think he's on another team now. Strider, he might even be the NL Cy Young again. Like, I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. It's just terrible. I hate the way this started, and we literally can't hit, and I don't know what to do about it. I can't do shit. I'm a fan, but I don't know what they're going to do about it. So that's, again, last thing. We didn't have crazy expectations. I was optimistic that we would actually be a little bit more competitive. It's early, but this is what we kind of all expected.
I mean, you did go out. You got a new sweatshirt. You did get a new sweatshirt for the season.
Shout out to my cousin John. Thank you for buying it for me.
There was some type of expectation. You don't get a new sweatshirt with no expectations.
There was
no. Don't lie. You thought they would have a win by now.
Oh, I mean, I think any
fan,
fan,
they would have
any
a win
Met
by
fan.
now.
By the way, hold on. The Mets have the best opening day record in all of baseball. You know what it is right now? 40-14. I thought they'd win the first game at least, and then I thought they'd win the second game, which cost me money. No, Severino's throwing BP. Third game, I don't even want to get into it.
I have a question for you. So they're 0-4. There's no way they go 0-5, right? Or do they have one more in them?
Dude, they might have 5 more in them. Are you serious? With the way this team is playing right now, you haven't watched. And good, I'm glad, because it'll save you some time.
I'm a baseball head.
Besides Frankie Alvarez and Edwin Diaz, I mean, fire sale. It's not a fire sale, but like Lindor's got a big contract. Nimmo will be fine. He'll get back. Bader can't hit. Pete, this
is turning into a Zach Wilson Jets discussion.
One more thing,
because we've already touched on this.
But Pete,
we're back to the beginning of the argument.
Hold on. But one thing about Pete Alonso, this is pretty much his last year on his deal. Like, if we don't even finish 500, we might have to get rid of him. Mm-hmm. Why would we pay him? We have nobody that has heart.
He would look great in a Braves uniform.
Oh my God! Imagine. I can see it happening too. The Phillies would pick him up.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got on the Mets. There's disaster right now, and it's 4 games into the season. There's 162 games total.
Yeah.
It's early though.
Well,
so we'll see.
I'm 5 games into the season. Let me tell you, Guess. Let's go, dude. First time since 92, 5-0, baby. 5-0. Volpe. I remember there being some questions on the show, some questions about if this was his time, if we were pushing him too hard. Let me tell you, the kid's here. He might be better than Derek Jeter. He's here. He's coming. Derek Jeter is still way up there on the mountain, but this young whippersnap is just there at the bottom starting his trek. And when he scored from first base, I will not lie, I jumped out of my chair and I almost did something. Something was happening, Mike. Something was happening.
With the games that I've
He's batting
watched,
571. Best in the MLB.
They are disciplined right now at the plate. Like they're actually, but the Mets aren't. They're taking pitches. They're not chasing. They're working counts of the starting pitchers. Their defense has been great. Shout out to Juan Soto, who he just looks right. They need to pay him. Actually, I hope they don't pay him. But
how great does that sleeve look on him?
He's just a stud. He looks like a Yank until Cashman lets him go, and then the Mets sign him, and then he bats 125.
No, he'll be back. He'll be back. I actually do believe he'll be back.
I mean, yeah, everybody wants to say that, but is Cashman really going to do it?
I think there's a better chance that Juan Soto is a Yankee next year than Dak Prescott is a Cowboy.
Yeah, I mean, I actually agree on that. But
like 100%. And I got to talk about one other thing here. Verdugo, you and I talked about on the GM the other day. And you have your questions, which are you're rightfully to question him.
I wasn't questioning his play.
No, just him.
Yeah.
Him. Which I responded saying that I think we've been missing something like this where we have a guy that has a little more character to him. Because when you look at Yankee teams, those teams that won, there was some character guys in the team. They weren't like this, but there was some character guys in the team one way or another. Every year. Every team that wins has some character. If this is how our character is going to come out and get us buzzing, him telling Soto that he's a dog and Soto has no clue what that means, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Give me all the tattoos. He actually looks like the kid. Remember the viral video that went out where he just went through his like pee-wee football team? He's like, dog. Oh, dog. I didn't even know he could play dog. Like that is him. That's him. That video reminded me of that. It was like a spitting image. And I actually am here for the Verdugo character.
No, yeah, that was a nice pickup. I mean, that's a good depth piece and also a great outfielder to have. He's got experience. You need a lefty like that. I mean, you're the Yanks. You might as well load up on the lefties. You got Judge, who can pretty much hit it anywhere in the park.
Yeah.
Glaber is going to be an important piece. But
he started the year really well.
Yes, he did. What I will say about the Yanks, once Garrett Cole comes back, I think that's just going to be a massive boost. You're going to need those 2, 3, 4 guys, Nestor, Stroman. You're going to need those guys to just at least give you 8 to 10 wins, somewhere around there. Yeah. That's what's important, especially for Nestor. I mean, he's not throwing gas. He's more of a location/junk pitcher.
He's going to have his nights when he gets shelled. It happens every year.
I mean,
He's
it happened
the
first game of this. It's happened the first game of the season, but the Yanks came back. The Astros blew it. So you take that, put it behind you. You take the win, you move on. But like you said about character, I think what the Yankees did have back in the past when they had guys like Jeter, Posada, Mariano, Andy Pettitte, Bernie Williams, like there was a core guys that had character. The Yankees were missing that. I mean, besides the last 2-3 years, your core character was Aaron Judge and nobody else, in my opinion. That was really it. Yeah. Garrett Cole at the start wasn't, and then he had that Cy Young there.
He kind of grew into it last year.
Yes, agreed.
And then Nestor, I would say, kind of had a little bit.
He has a swagger.
He has that swagger.
He was electric for a little.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, and then who was I just gonna say?
Glaber, Verdugo, Giancarlo.
Glaber, he would go like in and out. It was like he was glitching, like a TV when it glitches in and out. Like he just couldn't get the stem like to just match up with the.
Yeah, hit it a couple times.
Yeah, like
0 for 1, 0 for 2, 0 for 3.
Yeah. He had to have like a week straight of bad games, and then he would have character again. He'd be bat flipping, and then like all of a sudden he would go home and it would just like glitch out again in his sleep. So I think that we've had it. It just hasn't been a consistent group.
But I think when you get Soto, when you have a guy like Soto who is beloved by number one, the fan base, number 2, his teammates, and number 3, Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone. I mean, that's a guy like I know it might not be a good comparison, but like a Mariano Rivera, because when he gets up to the plate, he's doing something. Either he's issuing a walk, which isn't exciting, but it's like drafting a lineman. Like it's not exciting, but it's something that like is needed.
Yeah, it's not sexy, but it's beautiful.
There you go.
Yeah,
he does that. He can hit up a field. He can also pull it, and he's been electric
Yep.
in right field.
He's been massive so far this year. And he gets on. The biggest thing for this Yankees team is you just got to get on base. Give us people to hit in. Like last year, our biggest thing was we couldn't even get on base. It was like we either hit a home run or we don't score. Yeah.
And
This year, it's been guys getting batted in. We have sac flies happening. Let me tell you, I couldn't remember the last time a sac fly happened. So this is pretty nice. And we're getting 2 runs on sac flies. Thank you to the Diamondbacks.
that is, I don't understand. I'm going to get a little off topic here. When coaches and your owners, your GMs, they look at your team and they just want to solely build for power. The Phillies did this a lot. The Mets are still doing this. Like, this is exactly why the Mets lost back in, 2015, 2016. They got outplayed by speed and contact. And then obviously the bullpen was blowing games. But power can only take you so far. You're going to have a much lower average as a team overall, but you're going to have a lot more home runs. You're going to have a lot more runs batted in. But I think the key thing for teams is adding that contact factor and also speed. Like, if you don't have any speed, it's not good for your defense if you have guys out in the outfield like Kyle Schwarber. I mean, great player, great hitter, but if a ball is going to left field and he's out there, are you really confident that he's going to catch it or even field it correctly? No.
Only thing he's catching is a dollar hot dog.
There you go. And I think the Yanks, they understood that assignment in a way because Verdugo is not the fastest guy, but he's a contact guy. He's not really a power guy. Soto is both. I mean, you got the best of both worlds with Soto. And then Judge, you he's a power guy. But the only thing I was scared of was the Yankees playing him in center field. He's a big dude. He's not the fastest type of dude.
That has been an issue the past few years. You don't really want to see him.
You don't want to.
Too often, but
as of
right now, that's just where he is.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to kind of roll the dice with him. You're not putting Giancarlo out there.
No.
You're not putting him anywhere.
He's batting 176 right now.
He has to be a DH.
Yeah.
He's batting 176 right now.
Once certain guys come back, he's gone out of the line.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, I think when you have him out there in center field, Aaron Judge, it's risky, but like you get accustomed to it. He's played the outfield for a long time. Just going to be a little bit more wear on his legs, but that's not really an issue. He's a big, strong dude. He'll be fine. But no, I definitely like what I'm seeing from the Yanks. They're showing resilience. They're showing heart. To sweep the Astros in Houston is huge. So, and a win against the Diamondbacks, who are a favorite in the NL West.
Yeah.
Good for them.
The fact that the Yankees tonight it's an even spread, even game going into a game with the Diamondbacks when really, like, they probably shouldn't be. If you look at how the Diamondbacks are built and what they did last year, that's pretty impressive. That just shows where the Yankees are at. But we didn't even mention Oswaldo Cabrera.
Yeah, he had a crazy night.
Bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He has been fantastic this year. He's gone 5 for 20. He's batting 400. He's got 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Like,
we're back.
they got 15 total bases, bro.
He's batting better than any other Met besides Frankie Alvarez.
He's gone under the radar.
Yeah, but you want that though.
Yeah,
you don't want all these guys to go over the radar.
Keep Soto up there.
Keep Soto keep
him and
keep
Judge.
Soto on the pedestal.
Yep.
So all these other guys can just perform how they want to without the pressure. Smart. Honestly, very smart.
That was the problem last year. There was too much pressure on the young guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, this year,
Volpe, great example.
we're waiting on LeMahieu, Garrett Cole,
Yep.
and Jason Dominguez to come back. But if these young guys can keep playing well until we get players back, this team is looking scary.
I don't know
Very
if Dominguez is going to come back though. I mean, I know he's only on like the 60-day IL, but depending on how they do, they might start him off in AAA for like a month, maybe a couple weeks, probably a little bit longer in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
This team,
got to take care of him.
one thing I'll say, it's starting to look like a classic Yankees team.
Mm-hmm.
Like a classic team.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you, it's just the pitching. If the pitchers can do what they can,
They just got to hold it together.
the
Like,
bullpen, same thing. But the starters, I think it's
The bullpen's been good.
yeah, they have been. It's really just on when Garrett comes back, you know he's going to put up wins. He's going to be dominant. It's Nestor, it's Stroman, and it's whoever else your other 2 pitchers are. Rodon, yeah, Carlos Rodon.
Glad that we signed him last year for this year. It's very good. Very good.
he was abysmal last year before he got hurt, but his game this year, he looked a little shaky, but he held it together. I think he had 1 earned run. But that's another guy, exactly what Mike said. You just want him to. It's not going to look great, but just get wins.
Yep. Yeah.
Like those are guys that you want. Like, yeah, they're going to give up maybe like 3 or 4 runs a game. Look at Nestor, first game, but can your bats make up for it? And right now they showed that they can. Listen, that division right now, it's competitive. I mean, besides Boston, the Orioles are going to be electric. They already are. They've showed it. The Rays, they're going to be good.
2 and 3.
They're young. Randy Arozarena is a beast.
Last place.
Who? Oh, right now they're in last?
Yep.
They'll be fine.
Last place.
I still think the Blue Jays are fool's gold. I mean, shout out to Davis Schneider.
They got no hit. Come on, they're dead. They're dead.
Shout out to Davis Schneider. You're the man. But, like,
you guys are dead.
they're kind of like how you guys were last year. You had Vlad, you had Bo Bichette, and it was kind of just those guys. Those guys are like, oh, like we expect a lot out of you.
Oh.
And then Springer would be like under the radar as well, but their pitching is kind of an issue as well. Alex Manoah hasn't turned out the guy that they wanted them to be or wanted him to be. So you guys have a shot to win the division. Between right now, it's you and the Orioles. I mean, the Orioles are just
they're 3-1.
They're going to be a problem in the future, and they're building it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of young guys, and Grayson Rodriguez, how he shows up is really important for them. But you guys, Gunnar Henderson, Santander, Mullins is another guy. I mean, great in the field, but can he get back to his swing that he originally had?
Yeah.
I mean, they have one of the best catchers in baseball, Adley Rutschman. Corbin, I mean, opening day through what, like 11 Ks, 1 hit?
Mm-hmm.
They are good,
watch out.
no doubt, but they will fold in the playoffs.
They're young.
Yep.
They're young. But you know what? It's a good type of young, though. Like, you want that. You want to see that so you can lock them up.
No Diddy?
No Diddy.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Just making sure.
Okay, we'll get away from the AL East. let's wait, hold on.
It took a no Diddy joke to get Mike off the
No Diddy. No Diddy. Dude, the Athletics. You brought this up to me today.
Dude,
I don't want to forget about
Crazy.
this. That organization's a joke. John Fisher
Yeah.
can go off himself.
Yeah.
That is way too overboard.
Did you
Sorry.
see this?
I saw a conspiracy theory today about the
With the bracelets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's no conspiracy, man.
I mean, there's 4
it's
guys that
bad.
have worn them, and
Got fired.
the one got sent down to AAA.
4 players got sent down to AAA.
No, 2 got released.
And
Or
then
1
2
got
got
released and
sent
2
down.
got traded.
Estuary
Something
Ruiz, who is probably one of their better players. He's their center fielder, got demoted. And Brent Rooker, like he was the 30 home run guy last year. He also got demoted to AAA. I mean,
In an empty stadium.
yeah. I feel bad for those fans, man, because back in the 80s and the 90s, they were dogs. They were winning World Series. They have like 4 to 5 or 6 World Series titles. That's more than a lot of other teams in the league. And now it's just an abysmal shit show. Like, this guy owns the San Jose Earthquakes MLS team and another baseball team.
They have 9 World Series.
They have 9 World Series titles they have. And now they are just the joke of the league. I said 4, 5, or 6. They have 9.
They have 9 World Series and 15 AL pennants.
So that's probably like what? Second most? Third
see.
most?
Let me see.
Because obviously the Yanks, not the Braves, not the Red Sox.
All right, so
There's no other team. Maybe the Phillies?
Yankees have 27, obviously. Cardinals have 11.
Cardinals, yeah. The Cardinals
Red
have a bunch.
Sox have 9, and the Athletics have 9. And then the Giants have 8.
What a joke.
Dodgers aren't even in the top 5.
What a joke. John Fisher, like, get it together. He's not going to get it together. I mean, we've seen this over the years, but what a scumbag. I mean, this is your moneymaker right here. And now, okay, they're going to Vegas. Like, yeah, it's going to be more money for him and hopefully the organization that he maybe inflows it to. But how can you blame the players? Your bonus, your demands on these draft picks, they're going to be millions. They're not paying you millions.
No.
This guy's worth $3.3 billion,
Yeah.
and he won't pay his players. He won't even try. It's a farm system for literally the whole
rest of the league.
They're
Southampton.
Yeah,
Soccer.
it sucks, and I feel for the fans. Number one, because baseball fans are a lot different. Like, you have these guys that are probably like middle-aged fathers and senior citizens who love the America's pastime, the game of baseball, and you watch this team. And you don't know the players anymore because it's just a revolving door.
Is Sonny Gray on them?
No, he's on Minnesota, I believe. Another fool's gold team, but let's see how they do. I mean, that's on Byron Buxton.
They're down 3-1 right now.
Yeah, but listen, I feel for the players, and I don't blame them. I mean, if this is their way of getting out of that franchise, so be it, because there are some good players on that team. They just, one, won't get paid, and two, the coaches probably aren't. I don't know anyone who's a coach in the Athletics. Do you guys?
No.
They're a joke.
No.
So shout out to the players actually having the power
Maybe Giambi?
to overthrow this guy. Yeah, right. Or the one guy from I was watching Moneyball the other night, and I can't think of his name. Maybe he's still on the team. But overall, it's been a whirlwind of emotions. At least for you guys, you're on top. I'm down in the shitter. I should just
jump
pitch
right
a
into
10
there. That's a
right
really
in that
nice trash can. Really nice trash can.
You got another one? That's probably my type of trash can. But listen, again, we got a long season ahead of us. But it's great for you guys. Very happy for
Thank
y'all. But I want to hang myself.
No.
Don't edit that out if you can. I'm kidding.
That's okay. Oh, Mike. Well, all right. Well, congrats to Blanco on a no-hitter with the Blue Jays. Fuck.
Yeah,
That
the most
sent the spirits
unrecognized
way down.
no-hitter
Way
that we've
down.
ever seen. I believe it was only like his 8th start overall.
Yeah, he's relatively new. So shout out to the Astros.
They'll be back. I mean, Jordan's slumping right now, but it's early again, but they'll be fine. Phillies as well, they'll be fine, but we're back. We're back. Baseball's back. Can't wait to go to more games. Try to go to Citi Field. I want to take you guys. We're going to go to Citi Field. Stay the night in New York. We'll have a good time there. I don't know. I mean, besides Wrigley, we also got to go out to Chicago. Yeah. Wrigley's another stadium I want to visit. I would like to go down to D.C. I think I would just want to go to a Nationals game, get that stadium out the way, because I have
Stadium's weird looking.
Yes, it's a very strange stadium, but that's the best part about baseball. Each stadium has its own character, and you just got to go, and you got to experience it.
All right.
But yeah,
all right, we good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right. See you, boys.
See ya.